Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes journalists and media will ask, well, why would anyone vote for Trump? I mean, my God, look at his personality. And it's like, well, you're ignoring household median income that was at all-time highs, record highs. You're ignoring real wages going up, not down 4.4%. Household median income is like down $4,000 from 2019, by the way. And you're looking under President Mashed Potato Brains, what we have now, a recession, contracting GDP, real wages down. So if you're on the far left and you're like, oh, the working class was wealthier, making more money under Trump. That's a fact. That's a fact. Wealth inequality was decreasing under Trump, not increasing now. Poverty has increased. Okay, we had a lower poverty rate, a higher household median income, greater GDP was growing. We now have a contracting GDP. By almost, every economic measurement is worse now than it was. We have 9.1% inflation, which is causing the negative 4.4% in real wages. People are losing 4.4% of their paycheck. But anyway, also the Doha Agreement, which is the main reason, one of the main, if not the main reason I voted for Trump, is because he reversed our U.S. foreign policy, brought Americans home, which is what I wanted him to do. Biden reluctantly was forced to do that and botched it completely, then asked our mortal enemies to help us leave, which was a catastrophe. Those 13 Americans should be alive today. Those over 100 Afghans should be alive today. And so the manner in which Mashed Potato Brains left, that was the huge issue. There were stipulations there within the agreement, and it is stated a May 1st, 2021 withdrawal. May 1st. Not whenever Mashed Potato Brains and Bumbling Blinken decided to just leave in a haphazard, completely irresponsible way. But here, another reason why almost half the electorate will always vote for President Trump, or will vote for Trump again. New York Post, Hunter Biden likely to score generous plea deal from feds. Radar Online, Hunter Biden to land generous plea deal in federal probe. And so you have a situation where there is everything from narcotics to firearms charges to financial transactions, 150 deemed suspicious, easily like quid pro quo emails. Emails that like, if you read them, are obvious criminal, pertain to obvious criminal activity, where you're basically selling access to the U.S. government. You have to read the emails. If you haven't read the emails, then you can't understand. One of the emails is literally a request from the corporation that was paying Hunter $1 million plus a year, and was a part of Joe forcing out a prosecutor. Of course, he was doing so for altruistic reasons, but that company literally asked Hunter, how can you use your influence on the company's behalf? You don't have that email with Kushner or Donald Trump Jr. or Jared or Eric Trump. You don't have 150 suspicious financial transactions, emails, photos, videos, voicemails of Joe saying, oh, you're in the clear, Hunter. Okay, pertaining to a New York Times article talking about his criminal activity. So you don't have that, and the double standard is unbelievable. If this was anyone to do with Trump, they would prosecute and have congressional hearings and all this stuff. Right now, they don't even have anything on Trump. They're like, did he commit a crime? We don't know. We have to investigate more. We don't need to investigate more with Hunter. We already know. It's like literally documented. Top secret intelligence on private servers running outside of the United States government? That's a crime. Okay, Clinton committed numerous crimes, but she was let off the hook by Comey. That was a cover-up, obviously. You can't transfer classified data onto top secret and top secret data onto servers. It is impossible to do so. It is not even possible from a technological or cyber viewpoint, or it's not even possible to do. I mean, it's obviously possible. They did it, but it's not. It's a criminal act to do so. By the way, I still want a Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump 2024. Believe me, I definitely do. And I say that I believe she'll be the nominee eventually. Okay, I don't think she has to do much to overcome mashed potato brains. But when people ask, well, gee, why would anyone vote for Trump? He's getting a plea deal. He probably won't get indicted. They'll give him a plea deal. The Federal Bureau of Investigation, the DOJ, they're not going after Hunter. And that will not stop Democrat or Republicans, Trump Republicans who take over the House and Senate, from endless investigations of Hunter. They'll probably self-publish a book full of his emails and just give it to the whole planet. Okay, like Jim Jordan, James Comer, Rand Paul, all of these people will probably be looking at every single one of those emails. And clear violations of the law, videos, photos. You better believe that Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel and Saturday Night Live won't touch them. They will never mock or denigrate or poke fun of or make fun of Hunter or Joe or anybody on their political side. That's another reason why people will vote for Trump. We don't live in a there's no level playing field. When you have late night and you have Twitter going to bat and suspending the New York Post for a story that eventually forces Hunter to plead guilty, so he'll get a very comfortable plea deal, the whole planet knows that the American political system is skewed in the favor of Democrats. The playing field is not level. That's the issue. But here, New York Post reports that federal prosecutors are on the verge of wrapping up the Hunter investigation, suggests that a generous plea deal for the first son is in the works, a former Justice Department official said Thursday. Fox News and CNN reported Wednesday that the Delaware grand jury probe of Hunter was at or near a critical stage, and a potential charge for making false statement in connection with a firearm. But that is bad, but that's the least of what he was doing. He's allegedly weighing narcotics. That's the least. If you look at all the crimes that Hunter committed, the firearms charge, narcotics, it's a national security issue. I'm not talking about the morality. It's a national security issue to be hiring people for certain services late in the evening when you are aware of classified information. Okay? I'll leave it at that. You don't have to let your mind wander off into, so there are videos and photos, and so you talk about compromise or being in a compromised situation. Nobody has been in a more compromised situation than Hunter. And this is all of his own making. All of his emails. It's the fact that he let his laptop, the fact that he's doing all these business deals and using his father and his family name and he loses the laptop, that alone is a big problem. That alone is a national security issue. But we find, though, that Joe met and did business with Hunter's associates, or at least met with Hunter's business associates and lied about it. And in a voicemail, Joe lies to prove that he lied about it. You have all of these things that show, all of these emails, photos, videos, text messages, voicemails that show clear violations of the law. And if you wonder why half the electorate will always vote for Trump, it's because of a system that the Democratic Party takes advantage of, from late night to people, the loyalists of the DOJ. There was an Axios article today. Trump is going to, if he wins and if he's elected, if he gets to the Oval Office in 2024, he's going to in 2025 put loyalists in the DOJ. Well, who do you think the DOJ sides with now? The Democratic Party. There are loyalists in the Bureau, the Democratic Party, all throughout government that side with Democrats. God forbid they would side with Trump, if the two-time president, if he gets to the Oval Office again. God forbid. That's always happened. It's always been a pendulum between Republicans and Democrats, except when it got to Trump, and then the Adam Kinzinger and Liz Cheneys of the world latched on like barnacles to the Democratic Party, the Lincoln Project like barnacles to the Democratic Party, and they don't understand why almost half the electorate will vote against them. It's like, well, never-ending wars, corruption, blatant corruption, and a two-tier justice system. And, all the other examples of hypocrisy. But anyway, hit subscribe to this channel right now. They can't even find a crime with Trump, yet they're obsessed with indicting him. Give me your thoughts below. And they're going to give a plea deal to Hunter. Give me your thoughts below. Hit subscribe right now. I'll be back in about 2 hours or so. Might have a live stream, but I will definitely have a live stream tomorrow in the day, like around 4 or 5 p.m. tomorrow.